Welcome back to Newswatch 12. This morning we are going to turn now to Stormwatch 12 meteorologist Josh Colbert, and I'm just going to let you take it away because I know you got a lot to talk about this morning.
Yeah, there's a lot to talk about and not a lot of time to fit it all in. So we are just going to go here and get right into it. Lots of wet weather this morning, especially from Klamath County and points off towards the west. Some of it starting to make it into Lake County just a little bit, but we're expecting a little bit more a little bit later in the day. We do have winter weather advisory already in place as we're already seeing some snow up in the Cascades. This is for the Siskiyous and Cascades elevations above 5,000 feet. The National Weather Service thinks anywhere between 6 to 12 inches of snow could fall. I think that's a bit of a conservative estimate. Winds today, we've already touched on this a lot during the show, but they'll be very blustery, gusting all the way up to 65 miles per hour coming out of the southwest for some of the higher exposed terrain of Klamath and Lake counties. And then for the lower terrain, that's where we're expecting winds to gust all the way up to 45 miles per hour. And again, that's for Klamath and Lake counties and also for Josephine and eastern Curry counties. So if you have anything outdoors that would be prone to getting blown away, definitely either tie it up or bring it indoors. We also have a high surf advisory in place for Curry counties. Those large breaking waves could be anywhere between 20 to 24 feet. So just stay away from the coast today. It's time out everything with Stormcast, and by the time we get to 9:30 this morning, it is just a mess all over the place, and then we'll stop this at lunchtime. Hey, guess what? It's still a mess, and then by the time we get to dinner time, things will dramatically be reduced. At least the coverage of showers will be dramatically reduced. Still dealing with a little bit of snow up there towards the Cascades. And then as we approach the midnight hour, maybe just some lingering showers on the west side, but I think most of us will probably be dry, and then we're going to be very dry as we get into Tuesday. Here's some of those projected rainfall totals, and don't put too much into the specific totals here on the screen. Just look at the distribution of everything, and we're going to see the biggest rainfall totals there along the coast and also up in the Cascades. Snow levels will be right around 5,000 feet throughout the day. Then they'll start to drop just a little bit as we get into the evening, dropping right around 4,500 feet. So let's take a look at some of these projected snowfall totals. Not really seeing much in Siskiyou County. We could have a little bit of snow, in fact a decent amount there towards Bly Mountain, but overall in Oregon 140, not seeing the biggest impacts. The biggest impacts will continue to be up in the Cascades, as we could just see some ridiculous snowfall totals up towards Crater Lake and Diamond Lake, anywhere between 12 inches to 18 inches, and the west side valley is not really being too impacted. We could see a couple inches there at Mount Ashland. So for today, wet, windy, rain, snow, just a little bit of everything today. And then for tonight, most of us drying out, at least on the east side, but those winds, they'll still be cranked up out of the west. And then take a look at this 3-day forecast. All right, so today's wet, temperatures in the 50s. We're going to be in the mid 80s by Thursday in the west side valleys. So a big turnaround. Here's your 7-day forecast along the coast. Wet today, a very different weather day for your Tuesday. And then for Siskiyou County, also drying up and then really warming up. I mean, look at the temperature difference in between Tuesday and Thursday. Just unbelievable stuff. But take a look at what happens to the temperatures towards the end of the week. We're going to go from 79 degrees on Thursday in the Klamath Basin. On Sunday, look at that, the high temperature of 49 degrees. Now, it is worth mentioning that all of this is just a forecast. It's a prediction, of course, subject to change. But what the models are indicating to us is that we're going to go through a roller coaster of temperatures and really just a roller coaster of weather and emotions over the next 7 days. And then for the Rogue Valley, sunny, 85 for Thursday. But then take a look at what's on the table for Saturday going into Sunday. Much cooler conditions and maybe snow levels low enough that we could potentially see some valley snow.
And isn't that just how it always works out? You have the nice days in the middle of a work week and then back into the stormy, cloudy, cold weather pattern for the weekend.
It does seem like that, but I'm just having a hard time even fathoming that we could be flirting with 90 degrees potentially on Thursday. And then we have a chance for snow on Sunday.
It's a weird time weather-wise. I was actually looking at the weather like across the country yesterday, and I was seeing highs of like the 90s in San Diego, which is rare for, you know, April, and it's just hot everywhere. And then it looks like kind of like we're seeing in the south getting into a stormy pattern again. So we'll take the weather where we can get it. Of course, we need it, but yeah, definitely not going to be a fun week for you. Lots going on.
Yeah, I'm going to have to knock some of the rust off,
well,
for sure.
I'm sure that you're glad to do so. Thanks,
Yes.
Josh.